Nigerian women, East African women, women from Ghana, they have no cultural identity. And I'm going to explain to you what I mean. You see, I work in an industry which is information technology. In information technology, there is one country that really stands out when you talk about information technology, and it's India. Indians, for some weird reason, I don't know how they got into that thing in the historical, the cultural context. Everybody maybe went in for IT. The whole country made a powerful reference to IT, just like China made a huge push into industrialization that deals with tools. The idea of having the tools to make a car or make a shoe, heavy industrialization that they can use to serve the world. India went into this heavy thing about information technology. In my 12 years of working in information technology, everywhere I go, it's loaded with Indians. If the information technology, for example, if a place has maybe 20,000 workers, I'm talking about a huge place, in which maybe 10,000 of their workers are engineers, software engineers, computer engineers, so on and so forth. I can assure you that of the 10,000, 9,500 will be Indians. So what has been my exposure there? Indian women. They're the one, they're 4 feet, some of them little 4 feet, things, small things that are making dream money. They came direct from their village into the system and they're making 180,000, 190,000, 200,000 dream money. But there's a strange thing I notice about them. As they come to work, they're wearing their native wear. That thing that they tie and hang on their neck with that dot here. Another strange thing I've noticed about them is you will never ever, for all my years, I stayed in the United States, I was born here. In all my years of staying here, you'll never hear the Indian women dragging their men to the American court system for divorce. It is our women that use the American court system to destroy our men. They bring the court in to help them destroy the men. You will never hear Indian women doing that thing. You will never hear women from China taking Chinese men into the American court system to destroy them with divorce. You will never hear women from Korea dragging their men in huge numbers into the American court system to destroy them. But when it comes to African women, East Africa, Nigeria, Ghana, when it comes to African women, they just drag their men into the court system.
What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Ron back with another video. Before we continue, please hit the like, comment, subscribe, all that good jazz. On a road to 100K. And look out for the travel vlog channel, Unplugged Traveler, excuse me. Link is in the description and the comments. Same thing with the music. Alright, I wanted to go over this. This was sent by a subscriber, and this is a guy, as you know, he's African, works in IT, and he's going to explain the cultural differences that he sees between women that are here in America, but how, you know, women come over here and get westernized. But he's going to show you that, you know, certain cultures, you know, they do keep they values intact, and they don't belittle they men just because they start making some money. Let's continue.
One of the things that I've noticed in this system or in this problem is poverty. Bring these Indian women, they're making 150,000, 180,000. They don't drag their men into court. Plus, sometimes, like in most places, all the places I've ever worked in information technology, they'll have one car. Not that I'm supporting that behavior, but there's something strange on why I see them. They have one car. They wait for their husbands. Even if their husbands are working 2 hours overtime over their time, they'll wait. Some of them pregnant, waiting for their husbands. When it's finished, they go into the same car with their husband and drive home. I watch Indian women and women from so many other places. They're not crazy about the Louis Vuitton, Gucci, all the designers wears. They're not even interested. Indian women, I meet them. They've been here 15 years, 20 years. They still keep their accent. They still speak as if they're living in India. But when I meet our women, and our women, all that they have to do is just get to a level of where they're making 50,000, 60,000, 70,000 or 80,000 a year. I'm talking about small money. Small money. Immediately the marriage is in danger. And they change. They start bleaching. And they start talking, sure, yeah, sure. Yeah, I went, oh my God, I went to New York. And I'm like, even I who was born here, I don't speak like that.
What is that?
I look at others like the Chinese. They can't speak English very well. You know, and their women may be driving very expensive cars that belong to their husbands. And I look at the Indian women who don't speak English very well, and they're not interested in changing their accent or their undertone, and they wear their native dress, that thing and everything to work. I look at Korean women, I look at other women, they have this sense of cultural identity. African women do not have a sense of cultural identity whatsoever. Little money and the marriage is over. One thing I've discovered, a common trend, once the women make, they go nurse, 80,000 is all they need to make, and suddenly your marriage is in danger. They want to call the shots. They want to be the ones that control everything, and if you don't like it like that, they'll bring in the American courts to destroy your life, destroy everything around you. They will insult.
Now, the reason why I'm looking at the camera the way I'm looking at the camera is because if it's not enough for American men to notice this and try to bring this to everybody's attention, what does it mean when you have a foreign man who lives in the US, who is seeing the same behavior, who is noticing the same changes and the same trends? It's like Manifold Highlights say, how much more proof do you need? I mean, that's a real thing, because women have become so delusional that no matter how much proof you show them, no matter how many stats you show them that can back up what you're saying, it's like it's not enough. So I'm like, because I know here it says, guys, you need to hear this. I'm like, nah, the women need to hear this. My thing is, I'm like, y'all don't want to listen to men, but men control access to relationships and marriage. Y'all don't want to listen to y'all don't even want to listen to y'all own women. It's like, can't nobody tell y'all nothing. But I'm gonna keep letting him tell y'all, because he cooking. Let's keep it moving.
And I'm like, 80,000 is all that it takes for someone to change, or 70,000, because most of them, even the 80,000 is overtime. They've worked themselves Sunday, Saturday night, Sunday nights. They've worked themselves to death. That money that they make as overtime is what is now changing into something that they will destroy everything around them. You know, the part that I see also is that a lot of, and I remember whenever I make my videos, I refer to bitch ass men. It has come to a point where we really can't define marriages in the African context anymore in the United States, because the man is changing diapers, he's washing the plates, he's sweeping the floor, he's cooking. Most men now have to cook to keep their marriages intact. He's picking the kids and dropping them. I've seen the experiences. I don't need to go far. I don't want to go to, but the woman is shouting at them, where's the child's belt? Where's the child's socks? Where's the child's everything? And the women go around telling everybody, we are partners. There's nothing like head of the household. We are partners. Okay.
Yeah, and you know what? The more I think about it, the more that bothers me, because women are still going to want a man to be superior to them. So to sit over here and say we're partners, but only data crossing up, mostly up, I think that's just ludicrous. Like, women really need to stop doing that. That's another one of those things that make women look hypocritical and delusional. You can't sit over here and say, oh, we partners, but you got to be better than me in all these aspects in order to qualify for me. Like, you see how women's logic doesn't make any sense? Let's keep it moving.
So the men are doing everything in the women's role and also doing everything in their role, and they also keep their jobs. And that is supposed to be the perfect. If you don't do like that, they'll call American court on you.
Or they'll say you're not a real man. Shaming language. Sign language to try to manipulate you to get you to do what they want you to do. Let's keep it moving.
This partner thing, I've seen people try it, and it leads to disaster. Like, he says, okay, so since I'm the one doing the laundry and washing the plates and cooking the food, can you help me change that bulb? No, that's a man's job.
Bruh.
Okay, can you help me change the engine oil in the car? No, that's a man's job. Okay, can you help me paint the other? No, it's a man's job. The women are quick to tell you what's a man's job, but you must do your job and do their job now, and do their job and keep your job also in the society, and come back and still, even there's no respect, you are supposed to be submissive, or the marriage ends on your head. And when you look into it, she started making $80,000, and I compare that with the Indian women who make 150,000, 160.
Well, that, unfortunately, that's where it ended at. But I think what he was gonna allude to was that these Indian women are making damn near 200,000 a year, and they're not dragging their husbands through the court system. And these are Indian people that are in America, by the way. These women are not dragging their husbands to court for divorce just because they make way more than them or they make a lot of money. I'm like, basically what he's saying is that African women come to America and they get westernized. So that's what it sounds like to me. It's almost as if they've adopted the same way of the Black American woman.
You can't make this shit up.
Where a woman's idea, modern American women in general, their idea of 50-50 is doing everything a man is supposed to do, just like he said, plus help them do what women have traditionally done, while simultaneously keeping a job and making at least, if not more than her. Otherwise, she's not gonna respect you. Even then, she's still gonna give you hell. Like, think about it. You got guys out here making 6-7 figures and they can't even get the respect that they want. And then these women are wondering why they getting minimal effort. A lot of y'all are getting minimal effort just simply because y'all don't have respect for the opposite gender, and it shows. I don't know, man, but this was pretty eye-opening, man. Coming from an African man, like, even he's seeing this, and he's seeing this from women in his own culture. That's sad, man. I'm like, get your passports and get out, bro, because you got the women that are coming over here are getting westernized, clearly. Y'all let me know what y'all thought about this, man. If you're new to the platform, please subscribe. OGs, I appreciate the love and support. Make sure y'all hitting that bell notification. That way y'all know when I'm uploading. Hit the like button because it helps with the algorithm. It helps me reach a broader audience. Also, look out for the Unplugged Traveler Traveling Vlog channel. Link is in the description and in the comments. Until the next video, y'all. Deuces.